I liked Madison. I just didn't speak up to Madison the way I should have on the bus. I could have asked her like, "Hey, you want to come on the property? We actually own both houses." Because she had said, you only own the one house or whatever, or that's your house." But we actually own the two houses with the large property. She could have came over, but I don't know. I didn't. Yeah, how I seen it was that in eighth grade, I asked her to come off the bus with me or whatever on the property. I don't know, but I almost did it, but I didn't because I knew I wasn't going to be there for long, and that just so happened to be it. And I don't know what else to say. I like the name Bertram, and what is it called? There's a couple Bertrams that I met. So Madison Bertram was really cool, actually. Like back in the day at school. She was the only girl that like sat with me at lunch one time. She was so assertive, which was very attractive that she was assertive because I wasn't very assertive to a certain extent at the time and whatever. And when I sat at the lunch table or whatever, she was assertive. She said, "I'm going to sit with you." I said, "All right." She was a sweet girl, really sweet girl. But Wayne County, they have really good football in Perry County. Yep, and what is it called? Basketball. Really good football and basketball. And I went to one of their games. And in the future of America, they'll be breeding a lot of great football players and basketball players out of that area. Quite possibly some that could become professional in the future. And actually, Perry County High School, when I was in Tennessee, I got to be in an assembly or a speech thing where, like, I don't know what they call it exactly, but they have a famous football player from Perry County High School. What is it named? Uh, Perry County High School football player, famous or a star. What's it? Professional. And he came and spoke at the school to all the children, and I was just one of the children sitting in the bleachers of all the children. And he spoke, and I'm not sure exactly what his name is anymore. But that was an inspirational to see somebody that was successful that came out of that area and that school. It was like, all right, he might not be a football player, but he gave inspiration where you could sort of play football in business, and that's how I took it. Like you could, I don't know how to explain it, but I had this football feeling with him, and it was just I just felt it. I felt the like the money, and I just felt the football, and I used it. I don't know. I you hear people say they're balling on people. Uh, when the rapper says they're balling, it basically means they're almost like a professional, or pretty much, or more, just as much as any professional sports player. And they're balling. They move around like a professional sports player. They uh, are playing the game like competitive, like professional sports, and then they're balling out as well. Like they're enjoying the lavish lifestyles that the rich and famous NBA stars and things would have enjoyed, such as the nice clothing and the beautiful champagne and whatnot. and all the other things, the very big houses and all that. And that is what the true definition of balling is. And you have it going with the money and the cars and the girls and whatnot, because the sports players that played basketball and football and baseball, they were getting the beautiful women, and they still do, in the clothes, and they had all the great styles, and they do. And basically, some of the people just knew they couldn't. Well, some of them play sports as well, but they took that same mentality and they used it towards just a different avenue. Some of them are actually really good at playing basketball and stuff too. You see, like Lil Durk OTF verse such and such basketball, and all that. Like, they play basketball good too, and technically, you could consider them pretty much amateur pro basketball players in themselves too. So these are just superstars, especially the ones that are mega balling. And that's what we're dealing with now, mega ballers. Some of them are as rich as Hall of Famers and things. And if they keep that mentality, they'll do great, just like a Michael Jordan and all that, like Lil Durk. I watched this video the other day, all the cell phones. Wow, it was like crazy. There was like, I don't know, thousands of cell phones in the audience. And I was thinking about how every single cell phone in the audience could tweet, share, like, and comment, and all that, and text out, and whatever. And that was mind-blowing. And I probably won't be able to find that video, but it popped up, and it was Lil Durk in the audience, and he showed all the phones. Oh, here, let me see. Is it this one?
On Thursday with TMZ, Lil Durk.
Yeah, I don't know. There's one video that showed all the phones in the audience. Even this picture shows how many phones there are. These are all phones.
Lil Durk was the victim who were trying to break into a shootout near Durk's home and are investigating the incident as an alleged home invasion and aggravated assault.